آمنوا first? Why doesn't he say الذين عملوا الصالحات وآمنوا? Because Iman is more important than Amal. Belief is more important than deeds. Do you understand? So I respect.
Where he said you have to.
Allah always says. Allah says يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات. First he said آمنوا. Always Allah says belief is the most important thing. The number one most important thing is belief. So I respect Muhammad Hijab, my Muslim brother, because of his Iman. Not because he's a tonk, not because he's MMA, not because he's UFC, not because he can take on everyone in this park by himself. I know this, but that's not why I respect him. Even though he's a serious guy. I respect him for his Iman billah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah? And that's why when I come to him and I debate him, it's always electrifying. Because we talk truth, and he talks truth, and I make dua for him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. One of the things I wanted to tell Muhammad Hijab, obviously today the brothers told me to talk about Quran and Sunnah, and then they told me to talk about how the Ahl al-Bayt is the Sunnah, which is one of my young G's, he's gone now. But what I wanted to tell you, Muhammad Hijab, last week Shamsi's, when I was talking to him a few weeks ago, there's a hadith in Ahmad ibn Hanbal where he says, the Prophet, and this is a sahih hadith, no one can say this is not sahih, Aliyun ma'al haq wal haqqu ma'a Ali. This is in Ahmad ibn Hanbal and this is sahih. The truth is with Ali, and Ali is with the truth, okay? I just wanted to tell this because Shamsi last week he tried to come to me, but it didn't happen because he had a lot of people around him. But when I see him, we're going to talk again. I'm going to tell Shamsi about Muawiyah. Ammar ibn, do you know the Ansar al-Muhajirin? Shamsi says, I love the Ansar al-Muhajirin more than Shamsi. I love the Ansar more than Shamsi. The Ansar were oppressed. You know the Ansar? Who killed the Ansar? Who oppressed them? Bani Umayyah. No. Sorry. Brother, when I see you, it's like I'm in film Risala. You know The Message? Who's watched The Message? Have you watched The Message? There's a film called The Message. Every Muslim has watched it. If there's a Muslim who hasn't watched it, I've never seen a person who's never watched it. When I'm with you, it's like you taking me back 1,400 years ago. It's like we're on the horses, everything. Do you understand? What I'm trying to say, brother, is that the knowledge, you have to share your knowledge. One of the problems with today's Muslimin, some people are on the side of Muawiyah, some people are on the side of Imam Ali. All the Ansar, 99% of them were with Imam Ali in the Battle of Siffin. Not even only one, he went with Muawiyah. The Ansar were oppressed by Bani Umayyah. What happened to my leg? Let me tell you what happened. Everything happens for a reason. قُلْ لَنْ يُصِيبُنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَنَا. Nothing will happen to you except what Allah has written.
By the way, I have to say, I'll give you one praise. I'll give you one word of praise. And I think it's, since you praised me a few times, I have to come back and praise you maybe 1 or 2 times as well. That it's good that you actually recite the Quran. SubhanAllah. We have a lot of Sunnis coming to the park that don't know to read with the Quran and also to translate what the meanings of the Quran. So this is very big. I would say to you that you have that in you, stick to the Quran, stick to the prayers. Me and you are very similar. I see a lot of me and you. In the sense that we're both, sometimes we like to make performance for the people, yeah? Maybe in slightly different ways. I go with the academic sometimes approach. You go with what's that clown called? Crusty clown. But I think that it's high time now that Shias and Sunnis, we agree to disagree. I like the fact that you don't actually come like a lot of people do, yeah, with malicious and aggressive tendencies. So it's good. I would just have one piece of advice, maybe, yeah, and maybe it's my advice to myself as well. That let's be serious. Man jadda wajad, which is an Arabic saying, right? Whoever gets serious will find what they're looking for. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Okay, get serious, inshallah. Because what it is that, I'll be honest with you, in the beginning I was thinking that, okay, well, subhanAllah, he's a Shia, and he's doing those things, but as a Muslim community, every representative here that claims to be a Muslim needs to uphold a certain level of decorum and dignity. and we can all have a laugh once in a while. I can have a laugh, you can have a laugh, we can have a joke, we can play the crowd, we can do all those things, but it has to be in the context of acceptable discourse. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be in line with the Quran, the Sunnah, what Ahlul Bayt would have wanted, and so on and so forth. And also, can I say something? This whole Ali G in the house, like persona. I don't think you don't need to continue with it. And I'll tell you why. It's not okay. Like, I think you would make a good actor, yeah. I think you would make. But the thing is, the persona of like Ali G and coming and speaking with a little bit of hood sometimes it goes a bit too far. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that if you refine yourself and you start thinking about bigger things in life, then you have a bright future, inshallah. But here's what I want. Like what you did with John Cena, I saw it online. I don't watch your videos, but I saw that video with John Cena. I thought, is this real or not? Clicked it. And you know what? You could have had a good opportunity to speak to John Cena, in my opinion, bro, in a civilized way. But in fact, I have to be honest, it came across, in that sense, I wanted you to present something to John Cena, because I don't even know if John Cena knows about Islam. But when you saw John Cena and he was like very upset, I think he even put a Twitter on you, you get me? It's not the best representation. And you can do, look at that before, and you can do better than that. I think that right now, I think there could be a paradigm shift in your personality, your behavior. You'll be taken more seriously, you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't joke and you can't have a laugh, but if it becomes sickening after a while, especially with that whole saga with the transgender. Okay. All right, so now, but I'm not trying to say that you're homosexual or that you're bisexual or whatever. I don't care what your sexuality is.
Astaghfirullah.
I'm not saying that.
Free from this.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that you going into that whole saga with that, like, it's making people put question marks on your dignity and your integrity and your honor. Okay. So I would say, look, before we start, because when you mention Quran and you recite Quran and you mention Ahlul Bayt and stuff like that, it's important that we keep a certain degree of decorum. You know what I'm saying? When you speak to, that's my advice, wallahi. If I could have said that to you in private, I would have, but I don't think sometimes I get the chance. So that's my advice to you, bro. Just keep it dignified. That's seriously, because it's not fair for the Shia community. Can I say something? Yeah, it's not fair for the Shia community that you're their representative when you're acting like that.
I swear to God, Muhammad Hijab, I swear to God, I'm not representative for the Shia. I am not even a Shia. How about that? I'm not even a Shia.
So that debate over.
No. Muhammad, just listen to me. Listen, I'm just Muslim, alhamdulillah. And I follow the sunnah of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, but listen,
so
brother.
don't preach.
Let me tell you something.
Do you know the first thing to do? The khuluq of Ali radiallahu anhu. Yeah? The khuluq of the way they carried themselves. They didn't even need to speak, akhi. Like, let's be honest. If me and you with our both of us, I'm talking about, if me and you with our low behavioral standards, we're in the presence of Ali radiallahu anhu and his
I'll be ashamed.
No.
Be ashamed.
Would you act like this?
No.
But we're in the presence of Allah. Okay. So we should be ashamed as well because so what I'm trying to say is that, look, I'm not trying to lecture you, but what I'm saying is that there requires to be some refinement, because you're still someone that everyone sees as part of the Muslim community, the Shia. People are looking at this.
Wallahi, I'm not Shia. Wallahi, I'm just Muslim.
Okay, no
and I follow the Sunnah.
But what I'm saying
I follow the Sunnah of the Prophet.
Please, bro. Yeah. I want there to be a culture of dignity in the park, because these people, they'll use you and say, look at this. Okay.
I ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I ask this from Allah. Ya Allah, may Rabbi zidni ilman walhaqni bis-salihin. Ya Allah, make me better. Do you understand? That's a dua. Muhammad Hijab, let me tell you a couple of things you said. Quickly, I'm going to say it quickly for the people to listen. Brother, I swear to God, I was going to go and do something and have fun today. I was going to go have fun. I got better things to do to have fun. I know how to enjoy myself. Then I said, no, let me come here. Fi sabilillah. Maybe I might say a word that will change someone's life. Maybe I might listen to a word that will change my life. Because one word can change someone's life. And then I stayed. And a brother came up to me. It was on Mr. X TV. He put money in my hand. I said, what are you doing? Just now. He said, you changed my life. I wasn't Muslim, now I want to be Muslim. I said, what did I do?
Did you expect them to say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad?
Salawat! Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Wa'ajil farajah. Listen, ilzama. I'm just saying, وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ, and the bounties of your Lord say. That's what I'm trying to say. And there's evidence on anyone wants to watch it. He's there. What I'm trying to say, I don't know, people, thousands of my inbox, Modine, I became Muslim for you. Modine, I'm praying because I love you. I'm not trying to praise myself. I'm the worst of all of you. But what I'm trying to say, أخي, ادعوا الناس بما يحبون. Call to the people with what they love. Some people they love you, millions love you. A few people love me. You understand? It's different. You understand? Everyone is different.
See, look how he's trying to humble himself.
I'm a few people.
Akhi, you're a nice guy, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm nothing. I'm nobody. But what is important is Allah.
But listen, I know all of that. But just, Akhi, what I'm saying to you is that you're not in allergy in the house.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, no. And you don't have to put that fake. Like, all of us are kind of like, we have to be authentic.
The Prophet says I joke, but I say the truth,
yeah,
right?
I understand. You can joke and everything. But what I'm saying to you is that, look, if we can just go back to those basics of how humans and adults should behave themselves, Akhi, just tone it down. I'm saying you can continue being humorous and we'll all find you funny and we like your personality. Or just tone it down a little bit. And by the way, I need that same advice as well. I need to tone it down as well.
Rafa, do you know there's lives that need to be saved right now? The souls. Do you know what's happening here? But we should go back to our people.
Are you okay to take that advice?
Yeah, of course I'll take that advice. I'm humbly take that advice.